Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you just how strong the M1A rifle is in this game. Build wise, quickly show you it. Here's my M1A. It's got 101.7k damage. This is not an optimized build, although it's not too far off what I want to achieve with this build, which is a lot of damage, especially when you're hitting someone in the head, which is ideal, obviously. I don't have a whole lot of armor. This guy's in my way. So that guy's dead. That was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. That's that guy dead as well. The amount of damage this does to the head is like 150k, if not more. Where's the dude for this? Is he around here? I'm not sure. I feel like he should be down here somewhere. Or maybe he's up there. 148,000 to the head. I got you. I got you, fam. Don't worry. Yes, I did just say fam. Okay. Oh my god. He just got melted in seconds. At distance, which is where you're going to be sitting, and you're going to be wanting to sit in cover as well because of composure, then you absolutely... Oh, wow. If I get boost for damage... Oh, I can't even imagine the amount of damage I'm going to do here. $219,000. And if you make this as a crit build, then you are laughing. The build that I'm running isn't a crit-based build. I'll just one-shot that. Get me out of the way of these. Who just killed this guy? I don't even know who killed this guy. I want to get this guy. Up close, like I said, you're in a bit of trouble. But overall, especially when this build's optimized, I mean, you're going to be two-tapping people. Let's take up that a minute. I tried this with a fast fire, and if you can hit your headshot, it's GG. You know? Ooh, he just got his ass handed to him.
The enemy is acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by the enemy. Agent down.
Take that. Take that. Alright guys, so the build that I was running here is this M1A build. As you can see, we've got 14 offense, 6 defense, 1 utility, and this is not the perfect iteration of this build. However, I will go over really what I'm looking for. So Classic M1A is unbelievably strong in this update. It's one of the strongest rifles in the game. Now I've got Ignited on here. Of course I wouldn't want that. What I'd probably want is Ranger. I've actually got Ranger here, but I'm just saving up my credits. Ranger giving you that extra 2% damage for every 5 meters that you're away from the target, boosting the damage of this weapon even more. I've got 15% accuracy on here, which is good because it keeps the reticle down, and double duty is, yeah, we don't need to worry about that too much. Now, what I've done is I've obviously put the Nemesis here as the secondary weapon for the preparation perk, and the reason I've done that for PvP is because on the scope here, I'm running the C79 scope, which does count towards the Nemesis holstered talent. So it does actually increase the damage of your character. I think it's actually your headshot damage by 25%, 15% headshot damage. So that comes in very, very nice. Now, let's start off firstly with the chest piece. So the chest piece here, I've got a Gila Guard with weapon damage, crit damage, and armor, and I've also got Vigilance. And I think Vigilance is very good because generally with rifle builds and stuff like that, you're going to be sitting at a distance. You're not going to be taking too much damage. So this just gives you that extra flat 25% weapon damage. We've got weapon damage on there as an attribute, which is good. Armor is good, obviously. And then we've got crit damage, and here you can kind of change what you want. You can either have crit damage or you can have headshot damage. I personally would probably have headshot damage here. I think it's going to be more beneficial more of the time. Unfortunately, I don't have the right role for this in order to carry that out. In respect of the holster here, I've gone for aces and eights, and the reason why is because you get 2 attributes and 2 mods. Now, you could obviously run, I don't know, maybe something with 50% headshot damage on like precise or something, but more often than not, certainly on console, you're not going to be hitting headshots every single time. And with these 2 offensive mods here, I can get an extra 10% damage, flat damage, and that to me is probably going to be stronger than the 15% headshot damage, which you're not going to get most of the time. This has got crit chance and crit damage on here, which again is fine. I'd want to get much higher rolls on the crit chance of this one particularly. But yeah, that's why I've gone for the aces and eights here as well. What you'll see with this set here is you'll see that the actual brands aren't what I want. What I do want is aces and eights to free D and H, because D and H will give me that 7% crit chance plus that 10% crit damage. Probably end up going there, and there. We also need as well, of course, and I'll show you, we need Overlord. I think I have gloves here, which are Overlord. Yeah, we've got Overlord gloves here, but you'd want Overlord on there to give that extra 10% rifle damage as well. And that's really the extent of the build, essentially. Now, for the knee pads here, we've gone for Composure, which gives you an extra 10% damage whilst in cover. And we've got crit chance on here, D&H here, which is important, which also, again, comes with an offensive mod slot, giving, well, it looks like here I've got 5.5% extra damage, but you could get more, of course. In respect of gloves, you've got 2 choices, really. You can go for flat attribute of, like, rifle damage up to 15%, or you could run a piece of gear which has 2 attributes on it, for example, like crit chance, as well as rifle damage or something along the lines of that. In respect of actually the talent, I've not found the perfect talent yet. Perfectly Wicked could work if you've got the Sokolov Concern gloves and you've got the right rolls. But aside from that, something just like extra 5% weapon damage, or maybe crit damage, or possibly actually something like this, Providence, with 15% headshot damage is going to be really, really good. Aside from that, there isn't a whole lot here. But generally what you're going to want to do is just get the most rifle damage you can, and maybe get some crit chance there where you can as well. Respect to the backpack here, I've got a Gila Guard on the moment, which is why my armor's not too bad, considering this build is mainly made out for damage. But we've got total armor, health, weapon damage, on the ropes, hardened. Of course, I wouldn't have on the ropes, and I would not have hardened here. What I would have is spark, and I would probably have hardened as well. And I'd probably as well want crit chance and weapon damage here. So I'd remove health, have crit chance, I'd have weapon damage on there, I'd probably have armor, then we'd have spark and armor as well, just to keep that armor up. Because I've seen a lot of builds where you go full damage and you've just got no health, which is fine, but there's also occasions when you might need that armor, and this build kind of complements both of them. Now, in respect to the mask here, you'd probably want to go with a D&H mask to fit in with all of this. And really what you're going to be wanting to go for is something like crit chance and damage to elites. That's probably your best bet, to be honest. In respect of talents, it doesn't really matter. I can't think of any talents which are really that useful here. But yeah, you probably want to go with D&H with 2 attributes on there as well. And that's it for the build, really. I mean, in respect to specialization, I've also gone with a TAC 50 rifle because it gives you the extra headshot damage as part of the talent tree. In respect to skills, I've got a healing skill. I use this pulse in this video, but generally I probably wouldn't use it. Most of the time what I like to use is this blinder firefly. But like I said, it's not too much difference. You could possibly run something else, but it really doesn't make any difference. Ultimately, this build hits very hard. It's not optimized, but once it is, I'm going to be almost one-tapping people in many ways. And this, again, is going to be even stronger in the Dark Zone than it is in Conflict. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like. It does help me out. Until the next one, Epic out.